Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We, the Chechen people, are working on our next steps, kind of what we think is the best play for us to make. We have some very, very decently equipped towers near us in Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and Turkey. Iran is just puppeted by Israel. So you know what you're going to get. You're just going to be able to blow through the territory, and then you're going to get bombed and shot with a bunch of missiles. So whether or not we can actually project our power through the sea and do a naval invasion on Israel kind of determines whether or not I want to do that at this point in time. So I think we spend a couple years solidifying our base and getting tanks, because we still do not have tanks. We took out Azerbaijan completely with infantry and airplanes. Like, we bombed them and then ran down the hills in the mountains, which is not a long-term solution, to say the least. I did not think it would populate a guy. Oh, does he have 2 skill sets? I don't think I've ever seen a guy with 2 skill sets like this. All right, so we got stealth frigate, stealth. He's just way better. I would like to have them, but anyway, we're gonna start on armored vehicles. I guess she does have an available project. My bad. We need stealth everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. Autosave. Let's go. Yeah, I would really like to stop Kazakhstan from expanding even further. They are really becoming a powerhouse in the region. Not to say anything next to this. But to be fair, I guess the US is now here too. And India's a puppet too. Not a satellite, they're an actual puppet. That's gonna be fun. How is Saudi Arabia looking? Do they have naval bases, hosting units? They're in the Gulf Co-op or like Cooperation Council. So I guess if I fight Saudi Arabia, I have to fight all of them. Is effectively what I'm seeing. Which looks like a ton of fun, actually. What intel do I have? Smaller army. Smaller air force. I just don't know how technologically advanced they are. Like Kazakhstan here. They're using a bunch of 1960s gear. That doesn't look like it's 1960s. But it might be. Well, I know this isn't. So I do need to pay attention to that and be aware. Keep doing aircraft stuff. Air to ground weapons. This is going to be one thing we're going to need. So let's get special forces continually up as well because we're behind on all of our advanced infantry research, it looks like. Where's our recruitment? Yeah, our airborne division didn't last very long, unfortunately. All our paratroopers ate it. We do have a combat width under 20. What is what what does this make this? We get supply uses reduction, health up, but lower org. Yeah, that doesn't seem advantageous. We lose 7 org for having a self-propelled anti-air. That's not helpful. We'll just wait that out. Alright, so we got the military department finished. I'd have to do security division. I probably should. News propaganda. This is special forces attack, just baseline. Obviously, counterintelligence helps. Yeah, we can do this for more slots for agents too. Doesn't hurt the organization many. Yeah, and we're gonna need 50 points. And then we can lower Azerbaijan down to an autonomous region. Is very close now. All right. Yeah, so we do have 51 divisions up there. No army there. Bird tactic. Don't have any. Even though it was populated. That's awesome. I love how that works. Very useful. Alright, so he gets to be an infantry specialist at least. Not 5, so he doesn't have anything. We are losing a lot of materials. Guess I could get some special forces and guess combat leaders. I guess he's, yeah, realistically, like militia and infantry is what he should be leading, so we'll just go ahead and bump him up. Give him the specialist role that he is allowed. And then we have some field commanders. Looks like this guy is probably our best. And we can promote him. Gets a breakthrough bonus, but he also uses more supplies. Crazy how inefficient he is. Alright, we got another operative. Khan Pasha Levy or Leave? I don't know. Aliev. Something weird. But let's put him... Yeah, I'm gonna say... Move him in Israel. I'm gonna put him over here. I want to get intel on the Israelis. Because I am gonna make a move on Iran. While they're down. It's too enticing to get access to our own, like, open ocean. I can't not do it. And then we also will be able to enclose part of the Caspian Sea. So, call me a warmonger, but I think I have to take the advantage of the whole situation while it's there. And then I can defend the area pretty much, I bet, just from, like, this border. Turkey has a ton of units. I don't know why they're all moving around. Like, feels like they're about to do something. Man, they have some huge armies, too. They almost have a 1,000,000-man army. Look at them stockpiling. Moving up to the border with Europe. They have ICBMs and everything. Utility vehicles. Double our productivity. What? 100 times our Navy. Probably 10 times our Air Force. I would say that wouldn't be an over exaggeration. Chechen Air Group 2. Our first multi-role fighter squadron. And we do have our heavy lift group. I'm gonna say... Where's this airfield? Yeah, let me click the airfield. Like, why are we... There we go. Yeah, we're gonna want... Whole nother air wing. You have some SAMs already built. Gonna finish up. So then we're gonna be honestly that not being done is kind of wild to me. But I guess these are all fours as well. All right, we'll just let it ride. We're in a preparatory phase anyway. Yeah, Ukraine would actually give me access to Slovakia, Hungary, and all this. Turkey is really powerful. That's a bold one as well. Kurdistan, no air force, no navy. Small army, we could fight them. This would actually be good for us because we could coalesce another like 20% growth. Yeah, I'm just gonna push. I think the handhelds systems first. We're gonna finish all this up. Get into all that mess pretty quick. Our build speed's almost 400%. And then yeah, equipment wise, we need naval guns. No point in having these without naval guns. Yeah, it should be our first boat. Not gonna build those though. They'll just get sunk immediately. Just a waste of resources that we're already short on. Immediately. No delay, just immediately in the water. Being negative on steel as well is a different experience. Yeah, I guess I could start working on airdrops too. Just fully have an airborne division. That is one option. See what doctrines we can make as well. Wi-Fi and GNet. So those are satellites. Wild that I don't have the satellites. Should do the supply one. This is supply grace. I think I just boost everything. There's a reliability bonus. Which may be necessary for a reliability bonus. I don't know which of these is better. All frontline battalions get 2% flat or a 10% bonus if you, is that 10% to the bonus already existing, or is that 10% flat bonus if you add in a combat support? You know? So let's go ahead and add in that for combat support. And then joint supply theory, sure. How are we negative monies? Oh, from this overseas recruitment? Guess it was 30 billion. Ooh, Turkey and Europe just went to war. Oh, man. That's gonna be a huge fight. Yeah, I don't think Turkey wins that one. Yeah, they already got naval invaded. Or maybe it was over land from Greece. I bet. How long would a justification take? 120 days. That is quite a bit longer than I would like. Yeah, I don't even have a direct border. That's ah, it's so close. It's not very long. Like 120 days isn't even 6 months. But I bet by then they're already gone. Yeah, because I would like to take a piece of the pie before they take all of it. Especially if I could grab this straight. I just don't have the political power to make these moves. All right, what are we looking at? They're honestly not as big as some of the other players. Oh, I'm not even worried about this Air Force. Even if they were all F-35s, 40 units, that's a joke. I just need to integrate Azerbaijan, and then I'm good to go. I'm moving to the south. We're taking this puppet. I have to grab this before Europe tries to expand into India and everything. Yeah, because Turkey's not going to stop them. They're just getting beat. Like, they're getting pushed back off from what we can see. And these are probably some advanced units, too. Look at them just power through. Supply issues? I mean, that's a pretty terrible supply network. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this doesn't even... Like, this gets what supplies from the water and doesn't even back up this. It's honestly terrible looking. So yeah, they're just gonna fall back. They could push all the way through those supplies, cut them off at any point. I guess they might pinch, have a pincer right here and surround this. Like, this pocket could get collapsed if they would just close that. Check out the war. Oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna throw money in, but we're gonna look at this war too. So Iraq, Turkey, okay, so they're part of the Gulf Cooperative Council? No, they just pulled them in. Europe is going for oil. That is what I'm seeing. Yeah, so they're fighting the entire Middle East. Turkey and Iraq have some, like, sent in units. They have lost about double. Yeah. So they've lost about double the units that Europe's lost. And they're also losing ground, though it does look like they are able to kind of hold it now that their supply line is pretty stable. I don't know. Kind of getting wrapped up now. They still have a bunch of units over here they can throw into this fight. They're gonna have to pull everyone though, is what it looks like. But this one unit. Yeah, I don't know if they can hold a standstill with Europe though. They'll just get naval invaded here or here. We're about a third of the way to the political power we need. Ooh. Was that a naval invasion or did they split them? Collapse this behind them. So this is gonna be huge because whichever side pushes back one of these tiles, either this one or this one, or it could be this one. But if this gets pushed back to this, all those units get 8 because they're encircled. Oh no, they pushed out. These are dead. Maybe. Yeah, they all have attrition problems. Look at that. Yeah, these are all dead. They lost all these. That's crazy. That's crazy work. All right, well, we're gonna end this here. We'll come back to watching Turkey and Europe have a huge fight.